So I'm making pretty good progress at the moment. Some of the decking's gone down. So since we last spoke, all the framework has gone in on the pad stones, and the pad stones were spaced at 1 meter. So the initial sort of grid was a 1 meter grid, which wasn't really sufficient. So depending on the way that you're going to run your decking boards, you need to create 450 spaces, which is what they recommend. So allowing for the sort of thickness of the wood and what have you. The spacings that I've ended up with between the decking boards is around about 430 mil, which is more than enough for what I need. The uprights are for a pergola, which is going to come along the side. So they're just sort of fixing in, sitting on each of the pad stones at 1 meter intervals, and then bolted with quite hefty bolts right through the framework. So they're a little bit flimsy at the top, but once it all gets bolted together and touch the wall, it'll firm right up. So that's that. All the earth that I had left over from digging all the holes, I'm slowly shoveling back into the spacing between the rafters, but you just got to make sure that the earth doesn't touch the wood at any space, as the wood is always in the air, so it doesn't rot. Remember, when you cut the rafters, the ends that you cut, you just need to treat them just to give them a bit of longevity. All I'm doing is spraying it with a sort of wood preserver, just a quick spray at the end before I fit it in. So I'm just working my way along until I get to the end, and then that'll be phase 1 complete, before I move on around the corner here. So the decking will come along this side eventually, and then there'll be a summer house in this section here with a sauna. So that's to come.